So let's chat about buy downs. That's our workshop for today, buy downs. What is an interest rate buy down? Well, you've heard us talking for a long time now about buying down interest. Before interest rates even started going crazy like they've been going crazy right now, you've heard us talking about buy downs. And there's two different ways of doing these buy downs that are being talked about right now. There's something called a 3-2-1 buy down. There's something called a 2-1 buy down or a 1 buy down. What does that mean? Well, somebody is buying down the interest rates on a 3-2-1 buy down. The first year, they're buying it down by 3%. On the second year, they're buying the interest rate down by 2%. The third year, they're buying it down by 1%, and then thereafter, it goes to the fully amortizing rate, the note rate. What's the note rate? So let's just say hypothetically, and I don't know what your note rate's going to be because I don't know where your numbers are, but I have a scenario that I did for a local agent just recently, and we were using a 6.875 interest rate. Again, I don't know what you qualify for. I'm just using that as a foundation for our discussion this morning. So if you had a 3-2-1 buy down, the first year we would take that 6.875 and reduce it by 3, so it'd be 3.875. The second year it'd be reduced by 2, so it'd be 4.875. And the third year it'd be reduced by 1, 5.875. And then for the next 27 years, you're going to be paying 6.875 or until you refinance that loan. You can refinance at any time. But wait a second. So how does that work? How do you get that buy down? What determines that, or where's that money go? Who makes that payment? How do you get there? Well, what happens is a escrow account is set up with those funds, the difference in those payments. Now you can't say, okay, for the first year, I just get a 3% of the loan amount. No, because the principal changes every single month when you make your payments. So when I went through and I did this scenario, I looked at it and I said, okay, if we're reducing it by that percentage rate, applying that to the principal balance every month during that 36-month period on a 3-year note, you're going to pay $129,927,000 in interest over 3 years. The buy down for 3% on that one, on a 3-2-1, is $89,381. So the difference there is $40,546. You've got the total interest, you've got the interest that you've got to set aside. So what are we doing with all that money? That you got 3 years there. What are you saving? How's that? You got to add all those numbers up, and you come up with that $37,904. So if you go through and you do the 3% for the first year, the 2% for the next, and so on, you've got $37,904 is what's got to go into the escrow account. Does that make sense? Right there, $37,904 goes into the escrow account. Okay, now each month you're going to make your share of the payment, and the escrow account is going to make the difference. So in the first month, that escrow account has to come up with almost $1,600 worth of money. Got it. Does that make sense? I hope that's clear. Now, what we've been talking about is, the other part of that is qualification. How does that help or hinder with the qualification of the loan? Well, you don't get to use that for qualification. You have to qualify for your loan at the fully amortized payment. The fully amortized payment. So you're looking at 6.875. The payment on that is $4,204.34 plus your taxes and insurance. And if you have any HOA, that goes into the payment. And then you have to multiply it by a little over 2 in order to figure out what your income needs to be. But I digress. That gets to your debt to income ratio. I don't want to get into that right now, but because that's not part of what we're educating on. We're talking about the 3-2-1 buy down. So to do this buy down, again, you have to come up with almost $38,000, $37,904.38. That's the 3-2-1 buy down. Now, what we've been talking about on Ron Siegel Radio, and you can see an example of this one, RSR paymentassist.com, RSR paymentassist.com. What we say is, okay, well, you're spending $38,000 to buy down that interest rate for 3 years. What happens if we take that same money, or maybe just a little bit more, and buy down the interest rate for the entire life of the loan? Now, we're not going to buy it down by 3%. We're going to say, let's buy it down by half of that, 1.5%. Let's compare. So, and when you buy it down for the entire life of the loan, then you get to use that for qualification purposes. Yeah, you get to use that for qualification purposes. That's what you want to do. You're going to save $716.99. $716.99. Nice. I like that idea. So let's look in the big picture. So you're going to spend $37,000 one way, and to buy it down by about 1.5 points, 1.375 in the example that I'm looking at right here, you're going to actually spend $48,000. You're going to spend $10,000 more. But over 3 years, you're going to save $40,546. How much are you saving the other way? Well, you had to pay for it. You didn't save anything. After 4 years, you're saving $54,000. $54,000 after 4 years. So you're laying out the same amount of money, and one way you're going to save over the life. The other way, you laid out the money and you got your money back. Oh yeah, and you didn't get any interest on your money. So I'm just sharing with you, and you didn't get a benefit in the amount that you're qualifying for. Think that has a big difference right there? Just throwing that out there for you.